everyone, this is Lori from Free and Fair. I'm so sorry that I've been gone. A year later, last year, the last reading was FELON 47 February. And now, a year later, we're looking to see what is the situation. And it seems that there's still pushback in much larger scale. He is still having health issues, and there are still people who are whistleblowers, and the truth is still coming out, more and more truth every day. And I find it interesting that last year his nickname was Fallon, and that word sort of dropped away, which is surprising because he's still very much a felon, and he took office illegally to keep himself from jail. So now we have a lot of other issues coming up with the files, the EPS files is what I'm going to call them, and all kinds of other I just would say crazy. I just don't know any other way to explain it. Crazy ideas having to do with Greenland and foreign things. But fortunately, just recently, the Supreme Court ruled on the law. What is actually the law? That tariffs are not legal without the approval of Congress. And so maybe this is going to be a big shift for us. So I'm going to use Ciro Marchetti's Lenormand, Gilded Reverie Lenormand, to find out more information on a year later. All right, let's give it a shuffle. Sorry for my camera. Okay, let's see. First, of course, is the fox. You can barely see it with the light, but the fox. Still shady, sneaky business. Oh, but we have the owl's communication, wise communication, which could be about something coming about some hidden, sneaky deals behind the scenes. And then there will be choices. Oh, I'm seeing, Democrats and Republicans, the two houses, or the two sides of the houses, or the two sides of the Senate. But I feel like there's going to be some way the two come together, somehow, some way. It's starting to happen in small ways. The EPS files were one way that both sides had a kind of agreement until things got in the way again of helping the Republicans be brave about this issue. But I would say I'm trying to be fair, and yeah, I feel like the people who are there are some really strong Republicans too who are really speaking out. So it's not just it's not just one either side, but there are people who have a lot of interest in not a lot of information coming out and a lot of fear. But let's see what else. We have the anchor representing stability and safety. Also, shores and ports, the coasts could be a big issue here. Something coast to coast, or foreign travel and having to, the Coast Guard could be something here as well. There seems to be something behind closed doors that's being discussed. Serious conversation between both sides that could have something to do with coasts or Coast Guard. All right, let's see what else. And then we have the dog, which is kind of a good sign. It makes me feel like with the dog, we have some kind of agreement. It also feels like friendship. So it kind of feels to me that there's going to be unity. There's going to be people being sympathetic to each other. Well, there is all over the world. And let's focus back on the United States. There is in the United States a sense of people are really for each other and for the community and for a better place. The place where we see division usually is in the political areas. It's kind of like a show or a game or something like that, and putting on a show. And then also in media like TikTok and not TikTok, like Twitter or whatever, X, those kind of places. It's for show, this fighting back and forth. But I feel like overall there's actually more alignment and friendliness and kindness and being on the same page than we realize. There's a show for some, but really the true story is there is more unity than we realize, more friendship, more kindness, more people wanting to come together. All right, so let's see where we headed. Okay, it's kind of oh yeah, the secret is underneath the communication. And yeah, I feel like because it's sort of underneath the both of them, it's like it you know what this makes me think of is whenever DJT wanted, especially in his last term, wanted to do something crazy, there would be a group of people that would be like persuading him to be more rational. And even though there's less of that now, there's still that. And there's like contingency plans. That's what I'm hearing. Like a contingency plan. If this happens, we can do this. If this happens, we do this. And I think both sides are thinking these things. But I think there's a reason why things can't happen too drastically because of the aggressive reaction, like having a tantrum, and imagine a really, really bad tantrum. So it's almost like having to be very careful with the toddler so they don't break all the glass in the china shop or something like that. Yeah. The Mask was the first one that came out last year, and it is a show. It's a total show. There's a lot hidden too, and there's a lot we don't see. So like sometimes if people that we think are bad guys may actually be good guys, like on the Republican side. And then there's a lot of people that pretend to be good that are not good. There's a lot of I think also the people are being revealed, like the more and more, like one of the things that we were having problem with last year is that people believed in DJT. A lot of people, not everybody, of course. And that's becoming less and less evident of the things that he's doing. I think they're like buying into these channels, like the news channels, right? And it could be that the news channels reports things but here we go. We're getting off the carousel. We're getting off this crazy ride, you guys. And not in too much time, maybe only a month more. I feel like March is going to be huge. Retrograde energy revealing so much stuff. And a lot of minds are going to be changed. It's almost feels like maybe like an Order 66 where in a good way, where the clouds are clear. The black cloud leaves our minds and we actually can see the truth for what it is. Everybody collectively. Yeah. Yes, it's being unraveled. the lies are being unraveled and the truth will come out.